Influential Sports, where passion meets precision. And so I'm your host, Ed, diving deep into the plays, players, and stories shaping the game. WWE storytelling is abysmal. You see it in the title, you see the thumbnail. The storytelling for WWE is straight up abysmal. And this isn't going to be a long video. I'm going to get this out the way, and it's mainly just going to be stuff from Monday Night Raw, a little bit from SmackDown, because I usually take notes during the show. I didn't take too many, because I just wasn't interested. Like, it was all this hype. I saw these returns. It's going to be one of the best Raws of the year. I've seen way better Raws throughout the year. I give last night's Raw a 6 out of 10. It wasn't a bad show. It was a solid show. 6 isn't slightly above average. 5 round average. So that 6 is slightly above average. So it wasn't a bad show. Definitely wasn't a bad show. But it was alright. It wasn't nothing special. Like, there was a lot of hype around it. It's like, it's all these returns. Returns can only work for me if it actually makes sense why the return is happening. The story behind the return. Like, a lot of these returns didn't really have a story, and if they did, it was like you rushed the hell out of it. And I'm gonna get to the Dolph Ziggler return in a partnership. Just because WWE and TNA have a partnership, which has mainly been with NXT, why does the person always have to change their name when they come back? Like, that's not a problem. When NXT and TNA does stuff, it's Matt Cardona, he's here. It's JDC, he's here. But it's when, even though he came back to the theme, the Fandango theme for a cheap pop, he still wrestled as JDC, which is stupid. You had Mustafa Ali come to NXT and he was wrestling as a face. Ethan Page was such a heel. Even though Mustafa Ali was invading NXT territory, Mustafa Ali was a heel. Why does he come back to NXT as a face? That don't make sense. That's not good storytelling. And that leads me to Nick Nemeth coming back last night as Dolph Ziggler. They did this for a cheap pop. And then he ended up losing anyways. And I'm glad that Solo Sikoa won. I was so shocked that he won that match, but I'm glad that he did. Nick Nemeth claimed that he would never come back to WWE unless it benefited TNA. So you come back as your old name, with your old theme, with your old gear, and you lose, and that's supposed to benefit TNA? No, you did it because the money was right. That was always the goal. If he could come back to WWE, if the money was right for a Rumble appearance, or for a one-off at Mania or something like that, or for this John Cena tournament that he had no chance in hell of winning, oh yeah, he was coming back. So I lost respect for Nick Nemeth after that, because this doesn't benefit TNA in any way. You coming back as your old self when you're playing a heel in TNA, when you're feuding with the top baby faces, with Joe Hendry, when you turned heel on him, when you turned heel on the Hardy Boys, when you're teaming with Frankie Kazarian, when you're trying to go after the world title that Mike Santana just had. But I'm supposed to believe this, you're a face because you returned to WWE. Like, no, just because he comes back doesn't mean we ignore what's going on currently in TNA. That's not how a partnership works. That's a shitty partnership if you ask me. If TNA is like, that's cool, he can come back to all this old shit. No. Do the current. Forget the Dolph Ziggler shit. If it benefits TNA, have him come back as his current self. That's just, and then Matt Cardona coming back as Zack Ryder, it was like, you had him come back in NXT as Matt Cardona. Why not have him come back on the main roster as Matt Cardona? He's the indie god. Like, that's another thing they did for a cheap pop. And it's like, he wasn't going to be LA Knight. I'm glad that he didn't. But it's like, why are we just going back to the past? He's coming back in his old gear. Like, yes, he's still a face, but why can't he just be himself when he come back? That don't make sense to me. And then the AJ Lee return. AJ Lee and Becky Lynch have a story. I'm not saying it doesn't. They have a story. AJ Lee made her tap out. She took forever to come back. Their husbands went at it. They have a little bit of a story. But Maxine Dupree is preaching about, I'm ready for the moment. I was ready. You only won because AJ Lee came back. Even with Becky Lynch getting distracted by the ref, she still had a good chance of winning that match. And she probably was going to win. Because Maxine really wasn't taking advantage of that. And then as soon as AJ Lee returns, she hit the move off the top rope and boom, she's champion. I was so ready for the moment. No, you weren't. You only won because AJ Lee came back. And your other win against Becky came in a count out. So yeah, you got that win in the count out, which was cool. I didn't like how WWE booked that. I thought Maxine should have pinned her to actually get a shot. She could have been like when she put her foot on the rope in one of those matches. That's not something you would see a babyface do. So she's showing you that she's willing to win by any means necessary. Like I liked how they actually built up Maxine to make her a credible contender for the IC title. But the way she won it is so stupid to me. You can't say that you're ready for the moment, but you won because AJ Lee got involved. Like, of course, Becky is going to get distracted. Like, she made her tap. And then their husbands have been going at it the past few months. Like, why wouldn't Becky Lynch be distracted by AJ Lee coming back, by her music playing to her walking down the ramp? Like, that's bullshit. She wasn't ready for anything. Like, she could have won clean. Like, it could have been, you could have made the entire story of the match. Becky Lynch keep getting in Jessica Carr's face with the history that they have. Like, you could have kept playing into that, and Maxine could have won on a roll-up, because that's how Becky Lynch had been winning her matches as IC champion. So imagine the roles reversed, and she keeps getting in the rough face, then Maxine wins by roll-up. Like, that would have been a way better ending and finish than, oh, AJ Lee, she's back. This is why Becky lost. Like, it's not Maxine won because she did this and that. No, Becky lost because AJ Lee came back. This doesn't help Maxine, in my opinion. This didn't do anything for her. Like, an actual clean win over Becky, like, no matter how it happened, a clean win, not somebody getting involved or causing a distraction. Like, just them two going at it and Maxine winning would have did way more for her, in my opinion. But no, let's have her win just because AJ Lee came back. It's not good storytelling. Javon Evans was 1-3 on the main roster. It's not even the fact that Gunther won the in the last time it's now tournament, but I doubt that John Cena loses the title to Dominic at Survivor Series. I'm assuming he's going to be champion until his retirement match, because he only has 2 days left. Survivor Series is one of them. So I imagine he beats Dominic in Dom's hometown in San Diego, and then the winner of the tournament faces John Cena for the IC title, because I think John Cena's losing his last match. This would have been a great win for Javon Evans, because he's 1-3 on the main roster, like I said. And I'm going to get to Gunther in a second and why I think he should have lost. But you keep calling up Javon Evans as it's like this test run. But if it's a test run, why does he keep losing? He has a 25 win percentage on a test run. And it's like he could have won this match, or you could have gave him somebody different. Like Gunther could have. You could have gave Javon Evans Finn Balor, and Dominic makes him lose by mistake, and they keep building the tension with the Judgment Day, and then Gunther beats Penta when he comes back, and then Gunther and Javon face in the second round, and that's when Javon loses. Like, I wouldn't have been opposed to that. But the reason why I'm mad about Gunther being in the tournament is because you lost your World Heavyweight Championship. Like CM Punk, I made a TikTok, I made a story about it, and CM Punk tapping when Gunther should have retained. Now, whether you zoomed in or not, that's up to your discretion, I guess. But see, you made CM Punk tap. You unwrongfully lost your title to CM Punk, and you're not going back after your world title. Like, you don't need to retire John Cena. You don't need to be in this tournament, because retiring Cena does nothing for you. You had the longest reigning IC title reign of the 21st century and the 3rd longest in history. Then you were World Heavyweight Champion. Had a solid reign. Wasn't amazing, but it was solid in my opinion. And you should be, the first one was solid because he's a 2-time World Champion, because he lost the first one to Jey Uso. The second reign wasn't that great. Goldberg, okay. I know that's not on Gunther, but the second reign wasn't great. I wasn't rocking with the second reign. But you were a 2-time World Champion. You got the IC title for 666 days. Like, after losing your title, you should be, oh, I want my world title back. Forget John Cena. Be like, I need my world championship back. Retiring John Cena does nothing for me. And you already retired Goldberg. So it's like, with him having a second IC title reign, like, that's like, Like, for him to come back and not be going after the world title is kind of off-putting to me. It's like, the only way it would make sense is if him and Ludwig Kaiser had something going on with them. Because, like, Imperium never split up. Eventually just got sent to the other brand. Then eventually got fired or whatever. But it's like, Ludwig Kaiser and Gunther never actually split up. So if you wanted to play into a story of that, like, Gunther wants to win all the gold, like he wants to be a wrestler like that, where he's not just, where he becomes a Grand Slam champion. Like, why not have him and Kaiser go after the tag titles? Or why not have a story with the El Grande character and him assuming that, or him being spectacle of what Kaiser is doing and having this assumption that he is El Grande, and Kyler keeps ignoring it. Like, having Gunther come back and just throw him in this tournament don't make sense to me. Then the last thing I'm going to end on, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar. Actually, before I get to that, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, she's one of my favorite wrestlers, so I'm getting behind Charlotte. But the whole story on SmackDown, having Charlotte say that she's not going to be part of the team because of Rhea, okay, that makes sense. What didn't make sense is later in the night in SmackDown, when Alexa's getting attacked, you're nowhere to be found. Like, you just said you don't want to be a part of the match. You didn't say you wasn't finna help Alexa Bliss anymore. Like, that don't make sense. Like, she's getting beat down. You can still help her. You don't gotta like Rhea Ripley to save Alexa Bliss from getting attacked backstage. And then you did save her on last night's Raw, which I'm like, okay, that's cool. The Alexa Bliss promo is very emotional, but it's like, okay, y'all hug each other, and it's like you point at Rhea instead of saying that you're on the team. Like, that don't make sense. Like, keep building it up. Like, you don't like Rhea, keep playing into that. But that don't mean that you gotta separate yourself from Alexa Bliss. Like, you're still cool with Alexa Bliss. Y'all are still tag team partners. Y'all just supposed to tag team gold. Like, yes, y'all are both gonna be pissed about losing tag titles. But don't be mad at Alexa Bliss. You can still help her and not want a team with Rhea. And Alexa Bliss has to do the convincing. She has to convince Charlotte to team with her. And Alexa Bliss, she has to have a tag match with Rhea to convince Charlotte that, okay, she's at least trustworthy for this match, for this story. Now, you could have did that. You could have had, like on SmackDown, have Alexa Bliss and Rhea Ripley team up on this coming SmackDown. You could have did that. And if they win the match, that's how you slowly build Charlotte's trust in Rhea. And then you have Charlotte team with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky in a 6-woman tag team match to continue building that. And whoever wins gets the advantage in War Games. But as Rhea tries to make the save, she gets stopped and Charlotte ends up eating the pin. But it wasn't like Rhea didn't try to attempt to save her. Like, you could have kept building that. But it's like, oh, I don't want to be on your team. And 3 days later, okay, Alexa said it, I'm on the team. Like, that don't make sense. Like, that's a stupid tease. Like, I hope they do. Like, I hope she isn't officially part of it. Like, yes, I know she's going to be in it. But a little better of a build would be way better. Like, so I'm going to point at you. Instead of saying that she's on the team, like, that's weird to me. And the last thing I'm going to end on, Brock Lesnar coming back. Like, I expected it. But it's like, what does he do for the division? Like, what's the point of him being back? Like, is he... Now, Brock Lesnar, I will say this. Like, he chooses who he's going to sell for. Like, he's sold... Like, him and Roman got great chemistry. So, he's sold for Roman when he hit that Superman punch. I don't doubt that he'll sell for him in War Games. So, but I don't think he's going to sell for everybody in War Games. Cody, he might sell for. Commentary did a terrible job with this return. Because it was like, Brock saying that it's a stupid choice for Cody to go in the ring with Brock. He beat Brock twice. They had 3 matches. Cody won 2 of them. So Cody should be scared, but Roman shouldn't when they've had just because they had way more chemistry. Yes, Roman's got Brock's number at this point, if I'm not mistaken. But Cody has Brock's number too. He beat him twice before he won the WWE Championship. And this was Cody Rhodes at his best. So I don't know why he would be scared. So commentary, Wade Barrett, Joe Tessitore, a terrible job selling this Brock return. Like, Brock Lesnar suplexed the shit out of Cody Rhodes, but let's not act like he should be scared of him. Let's not do that, please. Yeah, Brock Lesnar, him coming back, it's like Logan Paul, he has no need to be with the Division. Like, I know it's not a long-term thing, but him being with the Division doesn't make sense. You said, oh, we're going to suspend Drew McIntyre, then he comes back. Like, no, if you're actually going to suspend him, say he's suspended for this amount of time, for how long? You suspended him last week. Let's just say he gets suspended. I'm trying to see, when was the last, I gotta look at the calendar. Because SmackDown was on the 15th. No, on the 14th, that's when he came back. When he got suspended on the 7th, you could have said, oh, he's suspended for 3 weeks, which would be his return date, would be the 28th. And he could come back, and then Paul Heyman could be like, we got something special. And then Drew returns on the 29th on the day of War Games. Like, you could have played that off like he's suspended for this amount of time. Like, it could have been like you're suspended for 3 weeks. Just like you're suspended. Then he comes back and there's no consequences. Like, there's no consequences for him just coming back. Like, Paul Heyman literally broke the rules to have Drew come back, and you don't do, none of the GMs do nothing about it. Like, that don't make sense to me. Or you could suspend him past that. You could say he's suspended for the next month, and then he misses out on War Games. He can't compete at Survivor Series. Like, you can't just be like, you're suspended, Then when he comes back, you don't do nothing about it. You just get upset and don't do shit about it. Like, that don't make sense. Like, these GMs are terrible. And it's like Logan Paul being like Brock, he already came back. Like, obviously they got to do something. He's on the WrestleMania poster. He better be at WrestleMania. I mean, on the, not the poster, but the video. So he better be at WrestleMania. So I'm assuming they got to do stuff now, especially with Seth being injured. I'm assuming that changed a few things. But you better be at WrestleMania if you're in the fucking video. And that shit is AI, but you better be in the better be at damn WrestleMania. But yeah, Brock, Drew, Logan, don't, no, Brock makes sense actually with his history with Paul Heyman. Logan and Drew is what's throwing me off, because it's like, you're still continuing this feud with Cody and Drew. Why is Cody on a War Games team when he just teased something with Aleister Black and Damian Priest? Like him, like them three and Drew could have had a fatal four-way for the WWE title. The WWE champion who's on SmackDown is in the War Games. Because you want to continue this feud with Cody and Drew McIntyre? And nigga, Drew keeps losing. He's not winning. And if he is, it's going to be like, here nigga, damn, that's what it's going to be. And then I'm ending with this. Roman Reigns coming back. I like Roman Reigns. The problem is, he said, I don't want to see y'all till Christmas. So he had no need to come back to do anything. Like the Usos, like it would have been super cool if he actually stuck to that. Like the Usos could have made, this what should have happened. The Usos should have made the call, like, hey Us, we need one more member. We know what you said, but we really need one more member right now. And Roman could have been like, I already told y'all what I said. Y'all been pissing me off, and I don't want to see y'all till Christmas. And then he comes back. He could have came back the week of Christmas, because Christmas is on a Thursday. He could have came back on Smack, and I don't know if they're going to work on Christmas, but he could have came back the week of that. He could have came back on a Monday, December 22nd, 3 days before Christmas. And then he could have just not acknowledged the Usos. They could have walked up to him backstage. He'd have been like, hey, it's not Christmas yet. And he's here to handle business. Or he could have came back in the new year, or something like that. But him saying he don't want to see them till Christmas, then coming back around the time of Thanksgiving, not even at Thanksgiving yet, still like 9 days away. I'm like, okay, like, that don't make sense to me. Yes, Roman is a draw, he's a big name, but why are we ignoring the obvious storytelling that could have been really good if you played into it, of him actually not showing up again until Christmas or around that time? But he just comes back and is really not explaining why. Like he said, he didn't want to see them until Christmas. So what's the point of him coming back? And the Usos came out together last night, so it seems like they're on good terms. But okay, here's what it is, I guess. But hey, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, comment what y'all think of WWE storytelling. I'm just talking about the main roster and some of the current stories going on. There's probably a few on NXT I could touch on, but I don't want to extend this any longer past. I want to keep it under 20 minutes. So leave a like, subscribe to the channel, a comment, and share for others to see.